everyone, I hope you are enjoying the journey of learning with BioShots, committed to provide excellent study material on contemporary issues. I am Neelam Mishra. Refresh your ecology and environment concepts with me and boost your academic performance to achieve your future goal. Do you know the full form of IUCN or what is Red Data Book? These questions were asked in NET and UPSC exams. I believe many of you know the answer. Even if you don't know the correct option, never mind. Just follow this video and get to the correct answer. As we all know, nature is facing an increasing threat from unsustainable human practices leading to various environmental problems like deforestation, natural disasters, illegal wildlife trade, pollution, epidemics, and many more. And the challenge is how to conserve nature and preserve our planet Earth for the future generations. In order to create and increase awareness about the importance of nature and natural resources that are so vital for our survival, like water, air, soil, minerals, flora and fauna. Today, 28th July, every year is celebrated as World Nature Conservation Day. This day is marked to educate people about the best ways to conserve our natural resources that are depleting at an alarmingly fast rate owing to overpopulation, overexploitation, and even misuse. The day encourages people to live sustainably and ensure the well-being of present and future generations. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed." So to mark this occasion, I thought to share some views on the conservation of natural resources. Let's start with the definition of a resource. What is a resource? Any material which can be transformed in a way that it becomes more valuable and useful can be termed as a resource. If we use the term natural resource, that means the resource occurs naturally within environment and exists relatively undisturbed by mankind. Natural resources may be classified in different ways. For example, based on origin, they are divided into biotic and abiotic. Biotic resources are living and part of biosphere such as forest, animals, plants, and even fossil fuels are included in this category because they are formed from decayed organic matter. On the other hand, abiotic resources include non-living things such as land, water, air, and minerals. With respect to utility, natural resources can be classified as a food resource, fiber resource, energy resource, or simply a raw material. Based on continual utility or renewability, energy resources are further classified as renewable, non-renewable, and cyclic. Renewable resources are inexhaustible in nature that can be renewed or reproduced easily on a human time scale. For example, sunlight, wind, rainfall, biomass. They are continuously available and their quantity is not affected by human consumption. On the other hand, non-renewable resources are exhaustible that are formed over very long geological periods. Minerals and fossil fuels are included in this category. Since their rate of formation is extremely slow, they cannot be replenished once they get depleted. Of these non-renewable resources, metallic minerals can be reused by recycling them, but fossil fuels cannot be recycled. Considering their stage of development, natural resources may be referred to as potential resources and actual resources. Potential resources are those that exist in a region and may be used in the future, For example, crude oil may exist in many parts of India having sedimentary rocks, but until the time it is actually drilled out and put into use, it remains a potential source. In contrast, actual resources are those that have been surveyed, their quantity and quality is determined, and are being used in present times. For example, wood. Mining, crude oil extraction, fishing, forestry, they are considered as natural resource based industries. In recent years, due to depletion of natural resources, attempts to move to sustainable development and conservation of natural resources have been a major focus of ecology movements, natural capitalism, environmentalism, and green politics. Some people view this disproportionate depletion as a major source of social unrest and conflicts, particularly in developing countries. Natural resource management and conservation is interrelated with the concept of sustainable development, a principle that forms the basis of environmental governance throughout the world. To understand further, let me tell you what do we mean by conservation. Conservation means maintenance of some or all of the components of natural resources and sustainable use of the components or their recovery or restoration or both in a way and at a rate that does not lead to the long-term decline, and they potentially meet the needs and aspirations of present and future generations. To put it simply, conservation of nature is the wise management and utilization of natural resources for the benefit of all life, including humankind. It has three specific objectives: to maintain essential ecological processes and life support system, to preserve biological diversity and genetic variability, and to ensure any utilization of a species and ecosystem is sustainable. Now let's move on to the role of IUCN in conservation of nature and natural resources. IUCN stands for International Union for Conservation of Nature, formerly called World Conservation Union. It is a membership union composed of both government and civil society organizations. It is the most diverse environmental network to promote nature conservation and ecologically sustainable use of natural resources. Since its establishment in 1948, IUCN is the global authority on the status of the nature world and the measures needed to safeguard it. Its aim is to encourage international cooperation and provide scientific knowledge and tools to guide conservation actions. Since then, IUCN pioneered nature-based solutions and actions to conserve nature and address global challenges such as food and water security, poverty reduction, climate change, and 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. In 1964, IUCN established the IUCN Red List of Threatened Species, which has evolved into the world's most comprehensive data source on the global extinction risk of plant and animal species. In 1994, IUCN unveiled the Red List with international ranking of endangered species classified into various categories. There are two supplementary neutral categories: data deficient and not evaluated or listed, for healthy populations of plant and animal species that are not in danger. Red data books give an assessment of distribution of globally threatened species, population status, habitat and ecology, and potential conservation measures. Government of India has been a member of IUCN since 1969. IUCN India Country Office was established in 2007 in New Delhi. Scientists and environmentalists have warned about mass extinction of species in the near future due to fast declining biodiversity. Conservation of natural resources has become critical to conservation of natural resources to safeguard Earth's biotic wealth and to promote biodiversity. Nature is not asking us to conserve her for herself, but for our future generations. So let's all take a pledge to protect, conserve and sustainably manage our natural resources and make this world a better, healthier place to live. This is all from me in this video. The coming video will be focused on biodiversity and its conservation strategies. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, subscribe the channel, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment. Thank you once again for your kind attention.